Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Academy of English Excellence. I am your host, and today we are diving deep into one of the biggest challenges every English learner faces: how to stop translating in your head and finally start speaking naturally. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a conversation, knowing what you want to say, but taking 10 seconds to translate every single word from your native language into English? It feels frustrating, right? You end up overthinking grammar, hesitating, and feeling self-conscious. Today, we are going to fix that. We will explore practical strategies, key vocabulary, common mistakes, and interactive speaking exercises so you can communicate with confidence. Understanding the mindset shift. Before we jump into vocabulary and grammar, let us address why translation happens. When you learn English through traditional textbook methods, you train your brain to equate English words directly with your native language. However, languages do not translate word for word. Idioms, sentence structure, and cultural context change everything. To achieve true fluency, you need to start thinking in concepts rather than words. When you see an apple, do not think of the word for apple in your native language first. Imagine the image of the fresh red fruit and link it directly to the word apple. This simple mental adjustment creates direct neural pathways to English, cutting out the middleman. Key vocabulary for daily conversations. Let us look at 3 extremely useful phrasal verbs that native speakers use all the time when talking about daily habits and personal progress. The first phrasal verb is to pick up. While this literally means to lift something off the floor, native speakers frequently use it to mean learning a skill naturally without formal study. For instance, you might say, "I picked up a lot of slang while watching movie clips online." Notice how natural that sounds compared to saying, "I learned slang." Our second key phrase is to brush up on. To brush up on something means to review or improve a skill that you haven't used in a while. If you haven't spoken English during your vacation, you might say, "I need to brush up on my business vocabulary before Monday." The third phrase is to keep up with. This means to stay at the same level or pace as someone else. For example, if someone speaks very fast, you can say, "It is sometimes hard to keep up with fast native speakers." Try combining these into your daily routine. Instead of saying, "I am studying grammar," try saying, "I am brushing up on my verb tenses today." Small shifts in vocabulary make a massive difference in how natural you sound. Grammar tips: mastering conditional sentences. Now let us focus on a grammar structure that often causes confusion. Second conditional sentences. We use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical or imaginary situations in the present or future. The structure is simple. If plus past simple, followed by would plus the base verb. Here is a classic example. If I had more time, I would practice speaking every day. Notice that even though we use the past tense had, we are actually talking about the present moment. A common mistake learners make is saying, "If I will have time, I will practice." Remember, after the word if in hypothetical situations, avoid using will. Always pair if with the past tense when talking about imaginary present situations. Let us try another one. If I lived in an English-speaking country, I would immerse myself in the language. Notice how lived sets up the imaginary condition and would immerse shows the result. Common mistakes to avoid. Let us address 3 common errors that even advanced learners frequently make. First, confusing make and do. A quick rule of thumb is that we use do for actions, obligations, and repetitive tasks. We use make for creating, producing, or causing something. For example, you do your homework, do the dishes, and do a favor. But you make a mistake, make a decision, and make progress. Saying I did a mistake is incorrect. Always say I made a mistake. Second, using listen without the preposition to. Many learners say I like listening music. In English, listen almost always requires to when followed by an object. Correct sentence. I love listening to podcasts in the morning. Third, overusing the word very. While very is grammatically correct, using stronger adjectives makes your speech sound far more sophisticated. Instead of saying very tired, say exhausted. Instead of very cold, use freezing. Instead of very good, try exceptional. Interactive speaking practice. Now it is time for some active practice. I am going to say a sentence with a natural pause, and I want you to repeat it out loud. Pay close attention to rhythm, stress, and intonation. Sentence 1. If I had more free time, I would brush up on my English skills. Now say it with me. If I had more free time, I would brush up on my English skills. Sentence 2. It takes time to pick up new vocabulary, so do not be discouraged. Repeat after me. It takes time to pick up new vocabulary, so do not be discouraged. Sentence 3. I am making steady progress every single day. Say it with confidence. I am making steady progress every single day. Great job. Practicing out loud trains your mouth muscles and builds the vocal muscle memory required for spontaneous speech. Building an everyday immersion habit. To finalize our lesson today, let us talk about consistency. You do not need to live in an English-speaking country to create an immersive environment. Start by changing the language settings on your phone and social media accounts to English. Listen to podcasts like this one during your daily commute or while doing chores. When you are cooking dinner or walking, describe what you are doing in simple English sentences in your head or out loud. Fluency is not about perfection. It is about clear communication and building confidence step by step. Keep showing up for yourself, keep practicing, and enjoy the journey. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. If you found this lesson helpful, please remember to subscribe to Academy of English Excellence, hit the like button, and share this podcast with fellow learners. Keep practicing, stay positive, and I will see you in the next episode.